Welcome to The Secret of the Mind, a place to share teachings of compassion and wisdom in life. Let's listen and reflect to find peace in our souls. Now, please join us in today's sharing. Title: The Wisdom of the Buddha, Living with the Flow of Life. Introduction: Why do we suffer? You worry about your career, relationships, and future. No matter how hard you try, things don't always go as planned. You feel trapped in a cycle of expectations and disappointments. But what if I told you that suffering is optional? What if you could live freely, embracing life as it comes without being burdened by worries? Today, we will explore the wisdom of the Buddha and how living according to the principle of Tui Duyan, adapting to circumstances, can transform your life. The nature of suffering: accepting the impermanence of life. Life is full of ups and downs. Some days bring joy, while others bring sorrow. But the key to happiness lies in understanding that everything is impermanent. Take the story of Min, a businessman who once had everything: wealth, family, and status. One day, a financial crisis hit, and he lost his fortune overnight. He fell into depression, unable to accept his new reality. But then he met a Buddhist monk who told him, "Your suffering does not come from losing money, but from your attachment to it. Let go, and you will find peace." Min slowly learned to embrace a simpler life. He realized that true happiness does not depend on material wealth, but on inner peace. This story teaches us a valuable lesson. The more we cling to things, the more we suffer. Letting go, the art of non-attachment. Many of us hold on to things, people, expectations, regrets, believing that they define our happiness. But in reality, attachment only creates pain. Think about a person who constantly seeks validation from others. They are always worried about how people perceive them, and a single negative comment can ruin their day. Now, imagine another person who understands that opinions change, and they cannot control how others feel. They remain calm and confident regardless of external judgments. Which person do you think is happier? Buddhism teaches us that peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. Instead of trying to control everything, we should focus on adapting and responding with wisdom, living with gratitude and compassion. One of the greatest sources of happiness is gratitude. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we should appreciate what we have. A woman named Lan lost her job during the pandemic. At first, she felt devastated. But instead of drowning in self-pity, she started volunteering at a charity. She realized that many people were struggling much more than she was. Helping others gave her a new purpose, and soon, new opportunities opened up for her. Her story is a perfect example of how shifting our perspective can turn suffering into growth. Similarly, compassion allows us to build deeper connections. When we understand that everyone is fighting their own battles, we become more patient and kind. Instead of reacting with anger, we learn to respond with understanding. The role of karma: we reap what we sow. Buddhism teaches us that our actions shape our future. Every thought, word, and deed plants a seed that will eventually grow into our destiny. Let's consider two farmers. One farmer plants seeds of kindness, helping others, speaking with honesty, and treating people with respect. The other farmer sows negativity, gossiping, deceiving others, and acting selfishly. Over time, their actions return to them in different ways. The first farmer finds joy in his relationships and inner peace, while the second farmer is surrounded by conflict and unhappiness. This principle reminds us to be mindful of our actions. If we want happiness, we must cultivate it through kindness and positivity, balancing effort and acceptance. Many people struggle between working hard for their goals and accepting life as it is. How do we find the right balance? Buddha never taught us to be passive. He encouraged effort, wisdom, and mindfulness. However, he also warned against excessive attachment to results. Consider an athlete training for a marathon. If they focus only on winning, they may feel disappointed if they don't come first. But if they enjoy the process, each step of the journey, they will find fulfillment regardless of the outcome. Similarly, we should strive for our goals, but also understand that some things are beyond our control. The key is to give our best efforts while remaining open to life's flow. The power of the present moment. Too often, we dwell on the past or worry about the future. But true peace can only be found in the present moment. Imagine drinking a cup of tea. If your mind is distracted, thinking about work or past regrets, you won't truly enjoy it. But if you focus entirely on the warmth of the tea, the aroma and the taste, you experience a moment of pure joy. Mindfulness teaches us to live fully in the present. By appreciating each moment, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Conclusion: the path to true freedom. Life will never be free of challenges, but our attitude determines our experience. By embracing change, letting go of attachments, cultivating gratitude, and living in the present, we can find true peace and happiness. The Buddha's teachings remind us that suffering is not caused by life itself, but by our resistance to it. When we flow with life instead of fighting against it, we discover a sense of freedom that no external circumstance can take away. So, next time you face difficulties, ask yourself, am I resisting or am I adapting? The answer will determine your path to happiness. So today's video has ended. If you find the content useful, don't hesitate to leave a like and share so that more people can know. Click to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next interesting information.